All right. It looks like we are live. Hello, Bree Hive. Welcome back to the live stream. How is everyone doing on this wonderful Tuesday today? I feel like it's been forever since I streamed, but I guess it really hasn't been that long. But I am happy to be back. Let me know how your day is going. Let me know if you guys have good weather. We have a nice sunny day today, but then it started sprinkling on my way home, so that was interesting. Let me know how the weather's going. Let me know how you're doing. If you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I am Boss Attorney Bree, and here on this channel, we cover celebrity lawsuits, trademark lawsuits, and copyright lawsuits, and really whatever the heck we feel like covering. We might be diving more into the true crime arena as discussed last week, but we tend to keep towards like the celebrity style lawsuits. Um, if you're interested in that kind of content and you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on the live or on the replay, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. All right, let me go ahead and jump into the wait. We got a couple cases. I'm acting like I never streamed before. Let me get it together here. Today, we are going to be covering a couple of different cases that are quite interesting. We're going to be touching an update on the Hermes Birkin bag case because although we covered it, a couple of weeks ago, Mr. Rothschild is still out here using the MetaBirkin trademark, even though he just lost $133,000 to Hermes for basically violating their trademark. So we're going to briefly touch on that, see what's going on in that case. We also have rapper Dababy getting in brawls, and it's not his first brawl, it's not his first assault case. But we're going to touch on that and see what kind of craziness led to that case. And then we also have Kanye West, as if he is not doing enough in society or not laying low enough. He apparently sued an Australian burger company for copying what he perceives as his trademarks. I want to get your opinion on it because it seems very far fetched to me. But we'll go ahead and take a look at that case. It happened to get dismissed, but we are still going to cover it to see what the heck he was trying to allege there. And then we have a case which is actually kind of old. I think we briefly touched on this case before last year, but I can't quite remember. It's the NFT Board 8 trademark lawsuit, which actually mentions Serena Williams, and it also mentions Steph Curry and also Jimmy Fallon. And Jimmy Fallon is actually asking to be removed or to dismiss a portion of the subpoena. So we're going to look at both of those, kind of get a brief background of what's going on with that case. Let me know if you guys heard of that case. I feel like we did cover it on this channel, but I'm not quite sure. I don't quite remember. So let me go ahead and jump into the chat while people pop in. As you pop in, make sure you hit the like button. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed. All right, we have Mr. Howard saying hi, hello, welcome to the live stream. Always like almost the first person to comment. Definitely appreciate that. Tanya D, a member and moderator of the channel, saying hi, Nissa, or hey, Nissa, happy Tuesday. Yes, happy Tuesday. Welcome in, everyone. Mr. Howard says, I am found frozen fried pickles. I have never tried that. Sounds interesting. Marianne Williams, another member of the channel, saying good evening, Nissa and Tanya. You guys are chatting with each other. Deacon Fatal says good evening to all. Yes, welcome in another member and moderator of the channel. I'm seeing a lot of wrenches in my YouTube studio of all the moderators, and then I see a bunch of members. So definitely support or appreciate the support. All my words are backwards today. Hopefully we can get through this stream. Tanya D says, be sure to buzz by and hit the like button on your way in. Yes, of course, guys. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button. Help us out in the algorithm. Marianne Williams says, hey to Deacon. Deacon Fatal says, fraud and assault. This is going to be interesting. And then saying hi to everyone. Yes, it's a lot going on, a lot of different cases. So we're going to take a look at what they have going on. What nonsense are the celebrities getting into this week or over the last few weeks? Because these cases I was actually going to cover last Thursday, But we got the Murdaugh results in last Thursday, so we didn't get to cover the fun cases. Deacon Fatal says, I had to bub bomb my car because a wasp decided it was a great idea to fly into my car. Oh, I am hoping that you are okay. I hate bees, I hate wasps, and wasps will sting you multiple times. So I hope everything is okay with that. Amy Greenberg, another member of the channel, saying, hi, Bree. It's freezing here in Rhode Island. Hope you're having a good evening. Yes, I am having a good evening. It is not as cold here. For those of you who do not know, I am in California. But for whatever reason, my apartment is very cold. So now I have the heater blasted, and Alpha's actually out of town. And I'll always get on him about blasting the heater because it's always so hot. And now I'm doing it while he's gone. All right, everyone saying hi to each other. The peeps saying hi to the peeps. Hello, Marianne. Deacon Fiddle says that makes no sense, but okay. I don't know exactly what you're referring to. Deacon Fiddle says, still, really? If we're talking about beta or MetaBirkin man still violating, then yes, he's really doing it. KW says, hello from Seattle. I'm sure it is cold there. We got some wind and some rain cloud. I think it's a rain cloud coming in from Seattle and KW. Deacon Fiddle says, well, Ye is delusional, so it fits. Yeah, he's suing a burger place thinking that it's going to conflict with what he thinks are trademarks for himself. Danielle, another member of the channel, saying, hey, everyone, hello, welcome into the live stream. Deacon Fatal says, okay, this last one, I have no idea. If you talk about the NFTs, we're going to jump into it. I feel like we did cover it before, but maybe I'm mistaken. Hella Swinky is dropping the wave. Hello and welcome in. Nice to have you back. Deacon Fatal says, we will make it. Yes, we will. All right, let's see. Deacon Fatal says, they are done. Not sure. I think we're talking about Murdaugh. That Murdaugh case got real messy. Apparently, the son that is here is getting threats. Yes, I did see some article. I haven't looked into it because we're like, Murdaugh done. That's how I feel about that case right now. But apparently people are following him, so he's making like police reports because he's getting threats and all the things. So hopefully people leave him alone. I understand like it's a controversial case. It's a lot going on. People probably feel justified, but you can't really bother Buster because he was not the one on trial, and you can't blame him for what his dad did. So I do slightly feel sorry for him, but I also feel like there's a little bit more to the story going on. So I haven't looked into the articles. Like I said, I'm pretty much done with that case. We're going to jump back into the fun stuff. We are going to jump back into the fun stuff and check out some of these celebrity lawsuits. I had some other cases on the docket last week, but since we have all of these other cases, I went ahead and took them off. Like a deacon getting sued, or a pastor, I think, getting sued for having like an unsightly church, basically not finishing the outside of his church. I was going to cover that and then some other stuff on here. But I think these cases are pretty good. The wasps are done. The wasp and Murdaugh is done. Right. Ashley's mama, welcome back to the live stream, saying hello. Nice to see you again. Deacon Fatal says, I hope so too, because that was his dad's nonsense. Yeah, exactly. They should leave Buster alone unless he gets into his own trouble. Like I said on my last stream, he has to basically rebuild his whole family. Not that he can replace his mom and his brother and his dad, but he's basically going to have to create his own family in order to have a family, because everyone in his original immediate family is now gone. Deacon Fatal says, another pastor, let's go. I actually don't have the article because I had too many cases on the docket, but if we have time on Thursday, then we'll cover it. I did go ahead and drop the poll for the live stream with the members. I am aiming for next Saturday to do it. That one got the most votes. So if you guys have not voted yet, and you still want to vote and you don't like next Saturday, which is the 11th, March 11th Saturday, then go ahead and vote because right now that is the day that we are going to do it. Tiny D says the Raggedy Church sounds interesting. Okay, I might have to pull it up then. I didn't read the article all the way, but we might have to take a look at the Raggedy Church, which is just an unsightly scene. They're saying it's a nuisance is basically what the city is alleging. Or maybe not the city, but the people that are trying to sue them are alleging. A Bell says, hey, boss attorney Bree, welcome back to the live stream. Nice to see you. Deacon Fatal says, I want to hear about that one too. Okay, I can pull it up. We can talk about it. I still have it linked. So let me go ahead and go back in my email and get it out and see if we have some time to take a peek into that. We are going to talk about DaBaby first, though, because he is just a little man that needs to sit down somewhere. I don't know where he gets off trying to fight everybody. But this is, like I said, this is not his first assault case. This is not his first case where he is being accused of beating somebody up. And let me not call him small and he shouldn't be beating people up. But honestly, like DaBaby, you just stop beating people up, or trying to beat him up. I don't know if he won the fight, but he, is being accused of beating him up. Okay. So I got the pastor case pulled up, so we'll cover that, and then we're going to go ahead and jump into DaBaby. Let me know if you guys heard of this case, this particular one. This one is him in what they call a showdown with a hotel employee, but I know he has had several other fights, so I don't know if you guys heard of this particular one. So let's check it out here. For those of you who do not know, DaBaby is a rapper that looks like this, not the best picture. The title of the article says, embattled rapper DaBaby hit with $2 million lawsuit over alleged Beverly Hills showdown with a hotel employee. So he's looking at having to pay $2 million. At least he's not going to jail over it, but they are asking for damages for this man beating them up. DaBaby has been hit with a lawsuit seeking more than $2 million in damages over an alleged incident that took place in Beverly Hills. The Suge rapper, just referring to DaBaby, whose name is Jonathan Kirk, which I did not know that was his name. I don't know what I thought his name was, but Jonathan Kirk was not the name that I thought he had. He's being sued by Christopher Pascasagrin, I think that's how you say that, for infliction of emotional distress and other charges after their initially friendly interaction with Ari, I don't know if I'm saying that right, in December 2019. So they were having a good time, and then all of a sudden, allegedly, DaBaby assaulted him. This is all the way back from 2019. It all unfolded at a Marriott hotel where Pascasagrin was employed. Pascasagrin said he asked DaBaby for a photo but got denied and decided to capture the shot anyways without DaBaby's approval. Okay, you're going around taking pictures of folks, okay? DaBaby requested that he delete the photo, which he did. The hotel employee did. Pascasagrin. I just think I gave him a whole new last name because we're calling him Pascasagrin, but there's so many more syllables in the name. But I'm going to call him Pascasagrin because I can't say it. The staffer claimed DaBaby was still upset, however, and allegedly followed him into the hotel where a scuffle popped off. The night was captured on security cameras. Now, what probably happened here, and I'm just speculating, is he probably deleted the photo, but in most smartphones, when you delete a photo, it's still in your phone until you delete it out of the trash. So maybe DaBaby realized this and was like, hey, bro, you really haven't deleted it. Go ahead and go to your trash. It's not being said in this article, but I can anticipate that that's one of the arguments that DaBaby is going to make. Okay, I don't understand why the internet gives you so many ads now. It's ridiculous. As we previously reported, DaBaby already has another legal battle he is already involved in. The man named Gary Pager took legal action against DaBaby for an alleged incident in 2021. So DaBaby is just being sued left and right. DaBaby, he should be sweet like a baby. I don't know, but apparently he likes to fight. Pager claimed he was only trying to impose basic rental rules in a property when he was renting to DaBaby, who used the property to film a music video there, allegedly piling in 40 people and a film crew despite there being a 12-person limit. A hearing was set for April of this year, but the rapper or the baby is asking to have it pushed back due to this current case, the 2019 case. We're not going to go into this trial. He basically hasn't responded to discovery, but he's just beating people up. I don't know why, but beating someone up over taking a photo of you, I get like your right to privacy and also your right to publicity, because he probably felt like this guy was going to post the picture. But do you got to beat people up to get the picture back? What do you guys think? Let me get into the chat and see what the peeps think here. All right. Deacon Fatal, so where can I find the poll again? So the poll to vote for the members live stream will be in the members community tab on YouTube. Hello Swanky says, yeah, I'm a spoiled Californian over this weather. I came back to California for a reason. Not only do we have winter this year, it's long as hell. Over it. Yeah, it's getting real winter out here. We're not play wintering anymore for California. But actually, it was sunny today. It just sprinkled a little bit, but it is. I don't know why my apartment is so chilly. Ari says, "Ooh, can you cover the fitness influencer getting sued by the state of Texas? Deceptive business practices." Yes, I think that was on my list. Was that not on my list? Oh, maybe I watched a video on it. I thought that was on my list. I can't remember. There was so much going on with Murdaugh last week. I know I literally watched a video on it. So yes, if you're talking about the Texas influencer who then turned into like a Christian influencer, yes, we can cover that. I did watch it. I just need to make a note of it. Is she going to trial soon? I can't remember. Yes. So I will bring that one for Thursday. We'll look into that. So yes. Deacon Fatal says the grown short dude. He is a grown short dude. He is a grown short dude. Hello Swanky says, is that Brittany Dawn? I think that is her name. There's also another one that was a Black Christian influencer. I don't know why when people scam, they always turn into being Christian. I don't know what that is about. Some people start off as Christian scammers. Other ones scam and then turn into a Christian influencer. But there's another one, Dana Chanel, that I haven't looked into in a while. But that's one case that I do want to give you guys an update on. So maybe Thursday will be scam day. We'll talk about different scams. And Alpha's probably not going to join us again on Thursday because, like I said, he is out of town. Deacon Fatal, or Tiny B says to Deacon Fatal, it's in the community tab. Yes, for the vote for the membership stream. Danielle says, OMG, Brittany Dawn being sued by Texas would be super interesting. Yeah, I literally just watched a video on this probably, I said last week, but it was over the weekend while I was cleaning. I remember now. Ari says to Hello Swanky, sure is. There's so many levels to her mess. Haha. Yes, it is. Tiny D says, I haven't heard about any of his fights. He's always getting in a fight. I mean, I understand that his music tends to be, if you want to call it, aggressive, but I don't mean you need to fight people. Like, come on. It's a picture. You'll be all right. Like, I get it. If you post it and you don't want them to post it, then, take legal action. You don't use your fist to be your legal action. You're a celebrity. Come on. They're going to sue you for money. And then he says emotional distress. Is he not talking about, did he not have physical injuries? Why is he doing emotional distress? I guess. Danielle says, right. Bree, Ari says, does the baby have 2 million? Last I heard, he was hanging out buy one, get one free concert tickets at the Cheesecake Factory. I have not heard that. Not you giving a buy one, a BOGO on your concert. I have not heard that, so I don't know. But I don't know. I don't feel like the baby's really doing much since he basically put down dark skin. Well, maybe this is not why he's not doing that good. But he put down dark skinned women and then date a light skinned woman. Then he dogged that light skinned woman out. Then he turned around and insulted the LGBTQ, what are the letters? I can't think of the letters right now. And usually LBGT community, I think those are all the letters. Q plus, right? LBGTQ plus community. And he's just a mess. He's a mess. So I'm hoping that he's not doing BOGO ticket sales, but and at the cheesecake, not at the Cheesecake Factory. I'm hoping he's not doing that, but I don't know how much money the baby has. I don't know if he has the $2 million to pay it off. Hello Swanky says at Ari, yep, this is what she deserves though, and her newfound Christianity will not save her from accountability of her previous actions, and that's referring to Brittany Dawn scamming people. And so basically, if you guys don't know what they're talking about, like I said, we're probably going to cover this on Thursday, or we could even cover it on the member stream. Maybe we'll briefly touch on the scams and then we'll cover it on the member stream. But basically, Brittany Dawn was this fitness influencer who said that she was giving everybody personal plans, but it was really that she was selling the same plans, and she also didn't have the proper licensing to be telling people that she's a nutrition coach or trying to give people nutrition. She was giving them plans with like 900 calories for them to eat, which is not good. I believe some people got hurt or passed out from that, but don't quote me on that. I'll have to bring the case for you guys. All right, hello, Swinky said did. Danielle says, is there no statute of limitations for this Dababy case? I think it already started, but I don't know off the top of my head what the statute of limitations is. For intentional infliction of emotional distress, it's a personal injury claim. So I'm going to think that it's 2 years, but let's see. Statute of limitations for intentional. It's very hard to prove intentional infliction of emotional distress. Threatening someone could qualify, but was that his intent? Would be what he would need to show. And then he's also suing them for some other things. But I think that the case has already been going on. So once you file it, that will stop the statute of limitations. So yes, it would be 2 years for the statute of limitations for that. Ooh, I'm good. I remember things. Ari says to Hella Swanky 100%. I can't believe somebody let her foster a black baby in her house with that husband she has, who allegedly has some racist allegations against the husband. Hella Swanky teaching me how to pronounce things, and Ari. It's already gone. I forgot about it. Duke saying, great question to Danielle. Tiny D says, OMG, you are serious, Ari. BOGO tickets? Or are you serious? BOGO tickets? I don't want to believe that he was selling BOGO tickets, but I'm going to go and look it up. Deacon Fatal says, into the cloud. I don't remember what we're referring to there. Marianne says, so is the baby a big baby? I mean, it sounds like he throws some tantrums and fight other people, so he might be a big baby, but no, he's just a grown man that is small in stature that apparently cannot handle his emotions, and he fights people over pictures. Oh, I didn't pull up the comment, but Marianne says, the baby a big baby. At this point, we're leaning towards it. He causes a lot of trouble in the community. Hello, Swaggy says the baby needs therapy. I would not be surprised. Ari says, Tiny D, so serious. There's a video out there with someone saying, why is he here again? Now he's at Cheesecake Factory again. Not again. Oh my gosh, I gotta find the story. Tiny D says, sounds like it, Marianne. Yes, he's a baby. Hello, Smokey says, sunny and still cold. I'm under so many blankets right now. Yeah, California weather is a doozy, right? Deacon Fatal says, okay, I have some questions. Does he realize he can be deported because he is from Canada? And yeah, he isn't on Drake's level or anything. I didn't know that the baby was from Canada. I did not know that. Where is the baby from? Yes, he can be deported. What is up with all these Canadian rappers? Are there really gangsters in Canada? I heard they don't have that high of a crime rate. So how could you be a gangster in Canada? Because Tory Lanez is from Canada too, and he shot Megan Thee Stallion. So where are all these gangsters from? Where do they live? And then Drake, like he tries to pretend to be a gangster, but honestly, I feel like sometimes Drake just wants to be a regular person. Like when you watch his videos, he's always working a regular job, and it's just kind of like, why, why are you working at the fast food restaurant? Why are you working these regular jobs? Trying to relate to us, I don't know, but it's weird. I think he wants to be a regular person and not a celebrity. Where is the baby from? Okay, spell it Dababy. Well, yeah, there's a lot of international rappers, I guess. No, he's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Deacon Fatal, he's from Charlotte, North Carolina, which is more along the lines of what I thought. And the baby, we're saying, is he a big baby? He was, okay, where did he go? When was he born? I lost his birthday. But yeah, he's from Charlotte, North Carolina. Tiny D says, that's terrible and just sad. I hope he's not selling BOGO tickets. Hella Swanky says the baby is from Canada too. That's what I was like. No, he's from North Carolina. Deacon Beto, you spreading rumors. Hella Swanky says, whoa, can Canada stop sending us their rappers, please? That's what I'm saying, because Tory Lanez is from Canada. We got freaking Justin Bieber's not a rapper this week, I guess. But Justin Bieber came from Canada, Tory Lanez, Drake, god dang, who else came from Canada? I don't know. But also 21 Savage is from England, which I thought was interesting. Deacon Fiddle says, because it's easy to me. Ari says, Brittany Dawn's jury trial was set to begin this week, but she's way far down the schedule, so it hasn't started yet. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, that she was set for trial, but so many cases come across my brain on a daily basis. Hella Swanky says, we have enough problems down here, Canada. Please keep your rappers at home. You can take Drake back too, to be honest. Right. Deacon Phalo says to Hella Swanky, listen, a lot of these folks are from the subs, which isn't an issue, but dang, but they act like they're gangsters. Hello Swanky says, I'm from the suburbs. I don't know what the hell is going on in Canada suburbs, but it can't be anything like ours. My thing is, I skipped the G. LGBTQ. Wait, no. I always want to put the Q too early. LGBTQ plus. I usually get it right, but today it just slipped my mind. So Deacon Fatal says he has some issues with misogyny. Yes, he does. Hella Swanky says some issues? Question mark. Yes. Hella Swanky said it's his whole personality as far as I can tell. He's a small man, and I'm not trying to, put down small men if there's any small men in the chat. But what do they call it? A Napoleon complex. So he has to, take his anger out on other people. How old is the baby? Now I want to know. How old is the baby? I think he has to be, yeah, he's like 30 freaking 2 years old. Oh my gosh. Oh, he'll be 32 this year. How tall is he? We're doing demographics on the baby. I can call him small. He looks small to me, but I don't really know how tall. 5 feet 8 inches tall, but we all know men lie about their height, so he's probably like 5'6". That's what I'm gonna go with. He's 5'6". Let's see. Deacon Beto says, Hella Swanky, I can't really say what I want to on here. Ari says, some issues. That man has so many issues. He's a magazine subscription. You guys are good with the jokes. I would never think of saying that. He does it to himself. He really does. And I hope he's not selling BOGO tickets. That one's sticking with me. Hella Swanky says, Lord, I didn't hear about the black foster baby. I definitely can't say what I want to say about that because I have strong feelings on that topic. Jesus. Yes. So she did foster a black baby and was basically trying to make it seem like it was her baby. And she also made content about this foster baby. Brittany Dawn. Yeah, we'll look into her. Danielle says, OMG, Ari, the rage that she can adopt then a black baby, WTF. She didn't adopt the baby, she fostered him. So the baby went back to the mom, I believe. I heard the baby is not with them anymore, thankfully, but they should not be allowed. Yeah, I think the baby got returned back to the mom. Tiny D says he's got a little man complex. He definitely does. Deacon Fatal says, yes, kind of like 2-year-old that has money. Yeah, that is true. Deacon Fatal says, I think he is. Deacon Fatal says, oh, it was Tory I was thinking about. Yeah, Tory Lanez is from Tory Lanez is from Canada. Another small man with with anger issues. Hello, Soki says, yeah, I was about to say that. Got me blaming Canada. Right. Tanya D says a lot of people these days have no conflict resolution or self-regulation skills. I can agree with that. We can all go to a good therapy session, but especially these small rapper men, yeah, they need a little more help. Deacon Fatal says, my bad, I got all them confused for a minute with their misogyny, right? Hello, so he says, I didn't know they were different people until Tory Lanez. You didn't know the baby and Tory Lanez were different people? I think Tory Lanez has been famous a little bit longer than the baby, but I'm sure the baby would not be happy to hear that we're confusing him with Tory Lanez. Deacon Fiddle says, yes, that is what it's called. Helosaki says, poor Napoleon, that man has become a symbol of short man complex, and he wasn't even short. He wasn't? I thought he was. He looked small in the paintings. Tiny D says he's old enough to know better. Yes, that is true. 31. Deacon Fatal says, now here is the thing. I have dated short men that weren't this bad. Not all short men have complexes, but the ones that do seem to be on the forefront. So 5'6". He's definitely 5'6". I don't care what anybody says. Please don't beat me up, the baby. Deacon Fatal says, and this is why I like Muxie Boge. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hello Sonky says the baby is 5'5" at most. I gave him 5'6", but Hello Sonky says 5'5". Okay, we'll give it to him. I recognize my people when I see them. He's a shorty. Okay. Dicky Fatal says he was short and loved himself. That is true. If you love yourself more than everybody else, you tend to do some crazy stuff, and he's doing some crazy stuff. Dicky Fatal says, goodness gracious. Hello, Swiggy says, yeah, only date short peeps, including short men, and they have to be secure in themselves. You cannot have a Napoleon complex when you're dealing with Hella Swingy, okay? KW says, I want to see Brittany Dawn brought to justice. I think a lot of people do. And so we'll take a look at it. Ari says, I'm worried that the Kanye burger situation is going to make me hungry. It's a short article, and we're going to jump into that in just a moment. This is Howard says, Tanya D, that's called interpersonal skills. It's a therapy thing. I believe that Tanya D is a therapist of some sort, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm sure she knows. Danielle says, please don't beat me up. Right. We over here in the chat. Don't let him get a hold of this video. Deacon Fatal says he was a 5'3" basketball player. Who? Are you talking about? God dang, the baby. Alice Vegas says, no, Napoleon. Oh, Napoleon was average height for a man. The rumor about him being short was intentional, though. It was essentially a PR campaign. Well, now everyone is named after him. I really had that's new to me. That is new to me. Okay, let's see. We're done with the baby. Let's get rid of him. Let's go into Hermes and the fact that he is over here acting a darn fool. We covered this a couple of weeks ago, either last week or the week before that, where it was the Meta Fuzzy Birkin bag case, where the artist who made NFTs of MetaBirkins recently lost the trademark lawsuit against him and was ordered to pay $133,000. Yet it apparently he's still using the MetaBirkin. I did download the what was it called? The motion for a permanent injunction, but I don't think it's on this computer. So we're going to just go ahead and cover the article and see what that is all about. Let's see, how do I make me not as small? Okay, well, I guess I'm still small, but the frame is bigger. Okay, Hermes says trademark lawsuit win over MetaBirkin NFT isn't enough. Mason Rothschild continues to promote MetaBirkin NFTs despite being found liable in Hermes trademark infringement case. the lawyers argue. So he is still promoting his MetaBirkin, I guess trying to make his $40,000 before he has to pay the $133,000. French luxury fashion house Hermes isn't satisfied by winning the lawsuit against the NFT creator. It's now seeking a court order to permanently block Rothschild from selling MetaBirkin NFTs ever again. As it should. They found trademark infringement. So they are making the right motion here. If granted, Rothschild would be handed an even more drastic damage than the jury's decision in February when he was found liable for trademark infringement. At the time, the 9-person jury awarded Hermes $133,000 in total damages and found that Rothschild's NFTs aren't protected by speech under the First Amendment. Remember, he tried to argue creating the NFTs were his artistic mind. But it appears that the compensation isn't enough, with Hermes arguing the brand continues to suffer with interference into its own NFT plans because Birkin wants to make their own MetaBirkins, right? The Birkin handbag has become one of Hermes's most iconic products, if not the most iconic product, the brand's lawyer said in a recent court motion. Hermes argued that Rothschild promoted and sold the NFT through channels like Instagram and Twitter under the name MetaBirkins beginning in November 2021 with the goal to create a digital commodity, and that he did so without authorization. The fashion house further alleged that Rothschild duped friends and business associates regarding a potential collaboration with Hermes, claiming that the brand might assist with NFT projects. His NFTs interfered with Hermes' own NFT plans, which have been in development stage since December 2019. Were NFTs getting started way back then? I'm saying way back then, like it was heck long ago, like 5 years ago, 4 years ago. And despite the verdict in Hermes' favor, Rothschild continues to promote MetaBirkin NFT sales through social media, enabling him to earn royalties through the such sales. He has to pay them $133,000. How do they think he's going to get the money? I'm not in support of him continuing to violate the trademark, but in his mind, he's like, I have to continue to make money. Like, what do you want me to do here? I'm surprised that this was not part of the original judgment. But maybe it's because it's for the judge to decide and not for the jury to have considered. But yeah, he's still promoting it. Okay. The same, the same day as the verdict, on February 8th, Rothschild tweeted about a broken justice system. Remember this, okay? He also shared his post on MetaBirkin Discord server, which he uses to conduct his business. Lawyers said and argued that continues the dispute against the jury's decision. In addition, Rothschild still promotes the sale of MetaBirkin NFTs on the MetaBirkin's website and MetaBirkin's Instagram and Twitter accounts. Hermes is now calling for a permanent injunction to move to essentially stop Rothschild from promoting and selling the MetaBirkin NFTs altogether. Money damages are not adequate to compensate Hermes for the irreparable harm it has suffered. Rothschild's past and present conduct demonstrates he is likely to continue infringing Hermes' trademark if a permanent injunction is not issued, and he's probably going to infringe on some other people's trademark. All right, so that is it. So the permanent injunction will basically just stop him from being able to promote it. Like I said, I'm surprised that was not a part of the original judgment because unless they gave him like a certain amount of time to sell out his NFTs, then it probably should have been included that he stopped selling them. So probably because it's just an issue for the judge to decide. Temporary injunctions and permanent injunctions, but it probably still should have been considered prior to a month later. It's a whole month later, and he's still over here promoting this. All right, let's see. Talking to each other, Mugsy. Let's see. Deacon Fatal says, okay, now I have to get back into focus. Paula Meha, another member of the channel, saying, hi, everyone. Hello. Welcome back to the live stream. Nice to see you again. Hello, Swanky says, Mugsy Bogus. I'm going to say that wrong. Short basketball player. Have no idea who that is. I don't keep up with sports. But thank you for the explanation. Deacon Fatal, be right back. All right. Deacon Tiny D says that's just stupid. He's doing the most. He's just gonna keep getting himself in trouble at this point. All of these people are just getting themselves in trouble at this point. Deacon Fatal, welcome back. Marianne says, night everyone, gotta leave early tonight. My grandson just came over to visit me. Oh, awesome. I hope you have fun with your little grandbaby. Oh, that's so sweet. Hella Swanky says to Ari, you were right. 5'6" to 5'7" average height for men at the time, rumored to be 5'2" in French units. I just remember average height was thinking about today's men. Isn't it still around the same? Isn't like average height for men 5'8" right now? I think. Deacon Fatal says, night to Mary Ann. Thank you for joining. Have fun with your grandson. Yes, of course. Tiny D also, Hella Swanky also saying, lucky you, good night. Hello to your grandson. Yes, I hope it is a great time. Little kiddos are so much fun. So I hope it is a good time. I don't know how old her grandson is, but I'm sure it will still be fun. Okay, let's see. What else do we have tonight? We have Kanye West. He's been a little bit out of the I would say he's been a little bit out of the media, but I guess not really, because apparently he's married now to someone else, not Kim Kardashian, another lady. And now this case came up and I had never heard about it. But apparently Kanye West sued an international or an Australian burger company. So let's take a look at what Kanye West was alleging against this burger company. Title: Kanye West lawsuit against Australia burger shop formally dismissed despite rapper accusing owner of profiting off of his brand. And so, guys, take a close listen. Let me know if you recognize these things as Kanye West's brand. The lawsuit filed by Kanye West against the Australian burger shop has been dismissed by a court. Kanye West filed the suit in October 2022, claiming that Melbourne-based burger shop, The College Dropout, that's what it's called, used the name of his 2004 album, also The College Dropout, without his permission. Remember, this is an Australian burger company. Australian, not US. I don't know if Kanye West has trademarks in Australia, but basically trademarks are a country by country thing. You cannot, if you get a trademark in US, does not necessarily mean you're protected in Australia, does not necessarily mean you're protected in China. You have to get trademarks for each of those countries. But basically, the burger company is called The College Dropout. And Kanye West, one of his was his first album, was also called The College Dropout. Now, he's talking about an album, making music, and they're talking about burgers. Those are not confusingly similar to me, but let's go on, Mr. Kanye West. It was previously reported that the owner, Mark Elkhorry, was hit with a cease and desist letter in February 2021, despite the burger joint only opening its doors in June last year. He went ahead with the business though, and until recently, its logo was also very similar to the teddy bear design on album's West artwork, or his album's artwork. Why can't I read today? Now, if the logo is similar, then I can see where he's getting it from, but I can't see the logo on this article so far. Elkhorry was then sent a second cease and desist letter last June, which he removed all references to Kanye West in his branding menu. They previously sold a fried chicken burger called the Gold Digger and a Jesus burger. So again, he's claiming these trademarks: Gold Digger, which was one of his most popular songs, in my opinion, and Jesus burger. We know that he goes by Yeezus, okay? So I don't know. Items on their menu was changed to instead reference other celebrities who dropped out of college, such as Steve Jobs. Okay, and I'm assuming this is the burger joint's place, so I guess that is pretty similar to what he uses. I guess that is pretty similar to what he uses. However, West still claimed that the branding constituted misleading and deceptive conduct, accusing the restaurant of trying to profit by false association with him. But unfortunately for the musician, his case has been thrown out. The Federal Court of Australia in Melbourne heard El Khoury's lawyers on Friday, March 3rd, that West had failed to respond to them on multiple occasions, including their request for him to pay for the proceedings. They said he had no genuine interest in pursuing the matter, and the lawyer Craig Smith sought to have the suit dismissed on 3 grounds related to non-compliance with court procedures, which is, different country, different rules, I guess. In response, the Justice Sean McElwain agreed, saying that West had commenced this proceeding with all guns blazing, only not to take it a step thereafter. He held West's actions very unsatisfactory conduct and said the plaintiff and his lawyers had given no attention to the overarching practices and procedures of this court, probably because the courts in the U.S. don't work the same. Neither West nor his legal team were present in court, but were ordered to pay legal fees and costs. Kanye, are you just on a spree to get bills that you have to pay? So he sued them on the basis of the restaurant is called The College Dropout. I can see that beer being the bear being confusingly similar to what Kanye West uses for his College Dropout. Ooh, excuse me. But the Jesus Burger and the Gold Digger, I can see they probably are referencing Kanye West. What do you guys think about that? I just lost my breath. I'll go ahead and check out the chat. What do you guys think about it? We got the Jesus Burger, we got the Gold Digger sandwich, and then we have College Dropout, and then we have the bear. Let me see. College Dropout, Kanye West. Let me see if I can show you guys, because they did not compare. Okay, it's like a spin on it. It's a, I don't want to go to Amazon. I just want to see the picture. Why are you taking me to Amazon? Okay, let's see if we can get it pulled up here somewhere. What is up with all the ads, dude? Okay, here we go. Yeah, so this is the bear that Kanye West had. Okay, maybe I imagined his bear a little bit different, but that's his bear. And this is the Burger Joints bear. Okay, so that's the Burger Joints bear, and then this is Kanye West's bear. So similar, but not completely the same. Okay, let's see. Asher says, I don't see the connection. Asher Mama says, don't see the connection. Deacon Feta says, okay, College Dropout is just a known thing. So he goes back to the candy trademark, mess to me. I think it's a stretch. And the case is dismissed anyway. So the Australian court was probably going to find it a stretch too. Asher's Mama says, okay, I spoke before I saw the menu and the bear. Spoke before you saw the menu and the bear. I think that the bear puts it a little closer. And then I see. It's kind of like leading people to draw the connections. Because if you know Kanye West, you know he has the College Dropout album. You know he goes by Yeezus, and you know he has a very popular song called Gold Digger. So I could see how he could think that it was going towards him, and then the bear logo. So I could see it, but I still think it's a bit of a stretch because you have to put all of those things together. Deacon Fatal says, okay, that is bad. Deacon Fatal says he has an argument here. I think he has an argument, but you have to put so many pieces. Now, maybe not trademark infringement, but he may be closer to, well, I guess that is what he sued for, deceptive trade practices. But I don't know how it works in Australia if they have the same laws. So he says, oh, no, they are mimicking Kanye West. Yeah. So it would be similar to the cookie cases that we covered. So like Crumble and what was it, Dirty Dough? They had a unfair business practices case where they're not necessarily explicitly copying them, but they're putting several similar things out of their business plan together to make people basically infer like, oh, Dirty Dough is similar to Crumble Cookie. Same thing with Kanye West here. Oh, College Dropout Burgers is similar to Kanye West. He had the album. He goes by Yeezus. Okay. I see where they're going there. I see where they're going. Ari says, okay, I see why he sued, but on the menu and based on the menu and whatnot. Yeah, it makes you draw those conclusions. Hello Swanky says, that's Kanye's entire brand. They went for it. They definitely went for it, but the case is now dismissed and he has to pay their fees because he didn't respond because they probably don't know how the freaking Australian courts work. How about you learn how the Australian courts work before you file a lawsuit? Ari says, although I wouldn't think anyone would want to associate with him at the moment, right? Deacon Fatal says, okay, Australia isn't studying the U.S. courts. However, Ye does have an argument in the U.S. Yes, if it was in the U.S., but it's not in the U.S. It's not in the U.S. If they then open a business here in the U.S., then sure, he would have a case. But Australia, depending on his trademarks, depending on his audience, is he well known in Australia? It's going to be a lot he has to prove. But at this point, the case is dismissed. So I guess he doesn't have to prove anything. Deacon Fatal said, oh, they stole that for sure. It is very similar. Yes, too similar. Yeah, Deacon Fatal agrees with Danielle. Hello Swanky says, it's not similar. It's exactly the same. I love it. LOL, I took a pic with that bear when I was in high school. Just started doing music and got a day with Kanye at the Grammy Academy. Oh, you guys got some good experiences. My life is boring. Tiny D says they definitely are using the likeness. Yeah. I see what they did there. They didn't exactly copy him on like one specific thing. They just played off of what he had. Well, no, they copied him Gold Digger, but the thing is he didn't sell Gold Digger chicken sandwiches. They copied him College Dropout, but remember he did an album, not a restaurant. So it's a play on what he's doing. Like I said, not necessarily trademark infringement, but leaning more towards that unfair business practices, false designation of origin, basically an improper association with Kanye West. Hello Swanky says, that's the modern illustrated version of the bear. Yeah, that's what I thought. So where's the original College Dropout bear? Let's see if I can find it. Because it does look different than what I had in my brain. But they don't, it looks like they don't have it online. I mean, this is what it's showing me. I don't know if this is accurate. Yeah, look, it looks like the CD. So let's see. This was the bear on the CD. And then we go over here and we have this. Yeah. All right, Australian burger, y'all got lucky. I don't know how popular Kanye West is in Australia, but definitely got lucky there. Deacon Fatal says, please don't say Alexa because she will wake up again. Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. Danielle said WTF. Wow. Hello Soki says, no, look up the illustrated version of the Kanye bear. Let me see. Is that one not it? I feel like I imagine it more similar to the one that they have. Okay. Illustrated. Let's see. College Dropout bear, because I put album. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so that would be the, oh wait, there's another one. Okay, this guy, right? This is the one that I'm imagining. Here we go. This guy, yeah, that does look like this one. Oh yeah. Oh yep, they got him. They for sure got him. And instead of the graduation cap, they have a little crown on him. And then yeah, that's very okay. I see what they did. I see what they did. Okay. Danielle says, seems like they're using Kanye as a selling point. It does feel that way now that we got the actual illustrated bear. Oh, yeah. Those are very similar. I can't do a side-by-side on this screen, but wowzers. Even the color scheme and the eyes are very similar. Yep, very similar. Deacon Fatal says, yep, it did what it needed to do. It did. It caught Kanye West's attention. Tiny D says, how was the food there, Mr. Howard? Oh, did you try it? Hello Swaggy says, Kanye used to sign all his autographs with a quick illustration of the bear outline. It looked just like that. Yeah. So I'm thinking that that's more of the correct bear. Mr. Howard says, Tanya D, I think Ozzy said it was okay as far as the food at the place. Deacon Fatal says, wait, he didn't respond, like not at all. Yeah, he just didn't respond. Unless they were emailing the wrong attorneys and calling the wrong attorneys, then I don't know. But I don't know why you would file a lawsuit and then just not respond. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button to the video to help us out in the algorithm. Deacon Fatal says, yeah, that international law might be an issue with this. Yes, because usually like when you file a lawsuit in the United States, it takes a while for the person to respond and you have a little bit of time. But in this case, they're like, you need to respond immediately. Hello Swaggy says, no, you're misunderstanding me. What you pulled up is the original bear mascot, but there is a more recent illustration of the bear Kanye used, and it nearly identical to the Australian one. Yeah, so is that the one that I pulled up? I don't know where I'm at right now in the chat. Maybe I'm still wrong. Deacon Vado says Amazon and Alexa are the same thing. She will wake up. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yes. Okay, I did find it. Okay, I didn't know how far up in the chat I was back. I think Fiddle says, dang, they knew. Yeah, I see where he's going with it, but he didn't respond. So now his case is dismissed. I'm going to assume it's dismissed with prejudice because he didn't respond. And the court basically admonished him by saying he didn't show up and he didn't move the case along. So I don't think he will be able to refile this in Australia. But I do see what they did there. I absolutely see what they did there. Nisauer said the food was said to be okay, probably not the best is what I'm going to take that as. But yeah, it's very much so similar to that bear there. All right. Deacon Fiddle says, okay, that makes me ask, is he or his lawyers not checking the mail? It has to be some. I don't know why they're not. Like, why would you not respond? And I hope they're just not communicating via mail. I'm going to assume there was some phone calls, there was some emails, there were some letters sent. That's what I'm going to assume. Okay. But I don't know for sure. Helsinki says, nah, you got it. Okay, I got it. Alicia G, another member of the channel, saying, so happy I was gifted a membership. Not sure when, but very thankful. I will go rewatch interested in the case tonight, but happy I caught some of the show. Well, welcome to the live stream. I'm happy you were gifted a membership too. It likely came from Deacon Fatal, Michael JRN. I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly because I haven't seen it today. Or Marianne Williams. Who else gifts membership? I think Kanye D has gifted memberships before. So it likely came from one of those people, but I'm not quite sure where yours came from. Deacon Fatal, but also welcome to the members. Deacon Fatal says they stole. Yeah. I think it would have been a hard case to prove. I don't know Australian law, so I don't know what exactly they would have needed to prove. But it did look like Kanye West was on the right track and possibly could have won that if he would have actually responded to the case. How do you file a case and then not respond, Kanye? Okay, let's see. We're not going to cover that. Let's look into what is it called? The pastor that has been sued for nuisance because of the look of his church. How are you guys going to hate on the look of a church? Well, we are going to find out right now. Have you guys heard about this case? Have you heard about this case? What do you think? Do you think that they should have sued the pastor? We're going to jump into the article. If you were missing at the beginning of the live stream and you have not yet hit the like button, make sure to do so. We were talking about a case where a pastor has been sued because of the outside of the church being unsightly. So we're going to take a look at the article revolving around this case and see what you guys think about it. I think there's some pictures in here so you guys can also be the judge of whether you think it's unsightly. Detroit sues celebrity pastor and his nuisance megachurch over unfinished Woodward project. Let's see. The city wants to demolish Waynon's perfect church if it's not completed soon. All right, here we go. That is the church. This is the Perfecting Church, which is an interesting name for a church. Because you're not supposed to be perfect. You know, everyone has flaws. So that's the church. Interesting appearance. I can see why people would say it's ugly. It does look pretty ugly. I love how it has a nice picture of what it's supposed to look like, but it has boarded up window, or it looks like boarded up windows. It might be the fence. Oh, this has been going on for 18 years. A sign of Detroit's 18-year perfecting church development shows expectations versus reality. 18 years it took them to do that? Okay. The city of Detroit sued pastor, the whole city sued him, and his unfinished mega church near Woodward Avenue and 7 Mile Road, saying they stalled development. It's massive example of blight and misuse of land. In the lawsuit filed, if the city sued you, you're probably about to lose. He's probably about to lose. In the lawsuit filed last week in Wayne County Circuit Court, the city is asking a judge to declare the property a nuisance and order celebrity pastor Marvin Winans to clean up the blight by April 3rd, like less than a month, and finish the construction of Perfecting Church, which began 18 years ago. This is ridiculous. If Winan, I don't know if I'm saying his name right, Winan, we're gonna call him Winans, fails to accomplish both tasks, the city is urging a judge to transfer the property back to Detroit and allow the city to demolish the unfinished structure and sell the land. According to the suit, the property is covered in overgrown vegetation and bound by dilapidated fence and appears to be infested with rodents at the church. How do you start a mega church 18 years ago and never finish the building? Like, where is he hosting church? And it would be different if this was like, okay, he started to build the church during COVID and they could not finish the work. But 18 years ago, like at some point, you should have been able to finish the church. Let's see. The condition of the property directly threatens the health, safety, and welfare of neighboring residents and those who must pass the property when using public sidewalks and streets. In a statement to Metro Times, said the Winnan said that the lawsuit was a surprise. They did not know they were going to get sued. We are shocked and extremely disappointed that the city would take this course of action in the dark of night. And in our opinion, not acting in good faith, said Winans, a member of the Thane gospel group, the Winans. I feel like I'm saying that wrong. So, first of all, how are you going to start this church 18 years ago, never finish it, and you want to tell me that the city never notified you that they were planning on filing a lawsuit against you if you don't finish the project? I am pretty sure, and I could just be speculating, or I am just speculating, I'm pretty sure they gave you the warnings that were necessary before they filed this lawsuit. So let me see what the chat is saying so far. Let's see where I'm at. Deacon Fatal says no, and I can gather. Deacon Fatal says, okay, we are already off to a horrible start. Right. Deacon Fatal says that looks like a prison, but okay, it does look like a prison. It does look like a prison. Perfecting, right? Danielle says, perfect only if you come here. Is that what it said? Did it say perfect only if you come here? Oh my gosh, let me see where to go. Oh, I don't see that. Maybe you're just making a joke. Deacon Fatal says 18 years. Yes. Tiny D, it looks plain, but not dilapidated. I don't know how to say that word. Dilapidated. Asher's mama says, I used to live near there. It wasn't a great part of Detroit. Well, the city is also thinking that it's not great. Deacon Fatal says, what? Danielle says she got one of your kids, got you for 18 years. Sorry, Kanye. We're still on Kanye, right? Tiny D says, okay, 18 years is ridiculous. I agree. 18 years is a long time. Like I said, I understand if it was COVID and they had to stop construction, but 18 years and you was never able to finish it. Deacon Fatal says, what the hell? Danielle says money laundering. I mean, I wouldn't be, too surprised if that did come out. Tiny D says, that's my question. Are they actually holding service there? They can't be. It has to be an online church. But were they doing? Yeah, I guess they were doing online church 18 years ago. But why did you even get the building if you were just going to start that? No, I feel like online church was not that popular 18 years ago. I would say no. Deacon Fatal says more than likely money laundering. Deacon Fatal says, wait, the Wayne-ins? I think, yes, it was part of the gospel group. Danielle says Dark of the Night. Wow. Yeah, they're so surprised. Like they never got a letter. Hello Swaggy says, Lord have mercy, Bree IA Loud 12. I don't know. Danielle says, no, I'm being cynical. Yeah, I know. Yep, the gospel group to Deacon Fatal. Hello Swaggy says, Lord have mercy, Bree IA like 12. She never heard of the Winans and Black. And I don't listen to church music either, so I wouldn't know. I really wouldn't know. Deacon Fatal says, shut up. Tanya D, shut up. It is really ? Yeah, it's the gospel group. Deacon Fatal says, okay, this is CC and BB. Wayne, I'm saying their name wrong. I know I am. Tony D says, according to Google, he's worth $5 million. Yeah, okay, but he's not building his church. Yes. Okay, let's see what else they have to say here about this church. It does look bad, but I'm thinking like in person, maybe it looks worse. Because I know, Tanya, you said it doesn't look that bad, but I'm thinking in person, it probably looks worse if they're saying it's infested with rodents. Which I can imagine because it's not finished. Let's see. They said they were shocked and extremely disappointed. The city sold the land to the church for $13,000 in March 2005 with the expectation that it will be fully developed. The lawsuit states at the time, church officials pledged to build a 4,200 seat church. That is ridiculous. 35,000 square feet administration building and a 1,000 space parking structure. Are that many people going to church? I feel like it has to be an online church at this point. That's a lot of people in one spot for church. But this project has stalled and the church hasn't received any building permits since July 2015, according to the suit. So they have not been building for almost 8 years. I think the city is making the right move here. I hope that they gave the proper notices, but I think they're making the right move. They haven't been building for 8 years. During an inspection in July 2022, the city spotted numerous violations which church officials have failed to sufficiently address. The property is a public nuisance and a danger to the safety and welfare of the public. Wieners countered the church officials addressed the violations. Perfecting Church has been in constant discussion with the city of Detroit, and we believe we are up to date in addressing all matters of concern posed by the city. So that is kind of a contradiction to what you said. You said that it was out of the blue. They clearly have given you a couple of warnings, which is why you guys made corrections. So I don't think this was out of the blue, mister. The city is asking the judge to order the church to hire an architect and construction manager by April 3rd and prove that it has the finances to complete the project. And that is all we got for that case. Yep, that's all we got for that case. So what do you guys think about it? Like Tanya said, it doesn't look that bad from the outside, but if they went inside and they found maybe the vegetation isn't on the inside, maybe it's on that, or maybe it's not on the outside, it's on the inside. Deacon Fatal says, well, they could sing. What the hell is this mess? They got to better sing to raise some money. Tiny D says Winans. I don't like that. Winans. Still feel like I'm saying it wrong. Hello Swanky says, I didn't grow up listening to the Winans. Okay, y'all saying it different now. But it was impossible to know them as church-going Black kid of the era. Yeah, my parents didn't make me go to church, so I wouldn't know. Deacon Fatal says, if they don't get out, they were definitely warned. They were definitely warned. And then I have a chat from Deacon Fatal, who has been a member for 9 months. Thank you so much for supporting the channel for 9 long months. We definitely appreciate it. I can't see it on StreamYard, but I'll just read it from YouTube Studio. It says, the hugest grifts that I have seen life right now have involved the church. Yeah, that tends to happen. I don't know if it's the thing with all churches, but they do be tied up in some bad things sometimes. Okay. Hello Soga says, who said money laundering? Danielle mentioned that maybe it was money laundering. It sounds like, why do you have that big church for no reason? Danielle says, well, wonder what's wrong with building permits. Wonder if the city has prevented by not giving permits. It says that they haven't filed for one, I think. Let me see. Let's see. Where did it go? Let's see. 2015. They haven't received building permits. So yeah, you could be onto something. Maybe they didn't give them the building permits. Do they have applications for building permits? Are they being stopped? Those are good questions. Hello Swanky says, cause now I'm with them, money laundering. Yeah, I mean that, or maybe the government is against them. But I mean, if they stopped giving them, permits in 2015, but they start building in like what was 18 years ago, freaking it's 2023. You go back to 2003. How long is 18 years ago? 2005? From 2005 to 2015, they couldn't get it built. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's the city. I just think they probably stopped. Hello, Swanky says, because now I'm with the money laundering. Ashton Mama says, this is definitely sus, either the city or against them. Tanya D says, Danielle said money laundering. Hello, Sunky says, hello, sus. Danielle says, 8 years to even get here. Why? Seems weird. It seems like they've been trying to work with them to get it resolved, but they just haven't fixed it. That's what it looks like to me. Hello, Sunky says, oh, well, yeah, I agree with Danielle. Money laundering got to be. Tanya D says, Brie cracks me up. I'm just a silly goose that you guys, I don't know why you watch me, but that's cool. I appreciate the support. Danielle says, since I was a kid, Deacon Little. Deacon Fado says, as someone that has mad gospel songs to build a Buoland. Let's see. Hello Swanky says, look, speech communication was my major. I took phonetics. If you can trust anybody, you can trust me. If I don't know or I'm unsure, I won't give you an enunciation tip. Well, thank you very much. For whatever reason, I can't talk. Don't know why, but I can't. I don't know if I've ever said this on the channel. Part of my face, like right here, is numb from my wisdom teeth being pulled out. So I don't know if that plays a role in why I can't pronounce things. But I think it happened after my face went numb. So that's probably why I can't pronounce things. If you guys care. But yeah, portion of my face is numb. Okay, I think I'm back. It said I was unplugged, but it says I'm back now. Let's see. Deacon Fatal says 18 freaking years, though. That is a long time. Danielle says, oh, yeah, so they had 10 years to build. Yeah, so either they stopped applying for permits or, I mean, it's a Black church. Sometimes Black people don't get they don't get their permits. So maybe they said, F it, we don't need permits, and then they just stopped building. This is all speculation. I'm just making fun of Black people right now. Hello, Swanky says, to Deacon Fatal, agree, hugest grift and largest atrocities usually involve religions. I say this as someone who is deeply religious. Okay, yeah, I see it happening. I'm not deeply involved into it, but I definitely see it happening, as we're probably going to be talking about on Thursday. Not that these are the biggest atrocities, but we're going to be talking about 2 scams that involve Christian. They're pretending to be Christian. I don't know if they actually are, but they use that to basically get on people's good side, and then because I think people that are heavily involved in religion, or that is seeking religion out newly, tend to be very trusting, I think. And sometimes they're going to those people because they need help. And so they're in a vulnerable state sometimes too. So I can see why for those influencers that do scam and they're not actually Christians, why they use it. Tiny D says they could at least go and clean it up and get rid of the infestation, which it sounds like they said they did some improvements, but it doesn't sound like it was enough to the city. Deacon Fatal says, hello Swanky, I shared some music with you and we funded that church for the building. This hurts. Oh, you helped fund this particular building? Deacon Fatal says this hurts that this was what they do with to their congregation. Yeah, I can only imagine. And then the neighborhood happened to look at that for 18 years. 18 years. Ari says, my grandma used to love Vicky Winans. Winans. They're saying they don't have money. They didn't say anything about not having money. They just stopped building. I haven't seen what the church's argument is yet. They just said they're shocked and they weren't expecting this. They didn't know they was about to get sued. Tiny D says they should let it go then. They should. If they couldn't finish in 18 years, they should let it go. Hello Swing says, you'd be surprised how many people have trouble with enunciating. It's why speech pathology is an industry. Also, the English language is hard. One of the most difficult languages. You're fine, Bree. Yeah. I don't think much of it. I think sometimes people are like, how are you a lawyer? But I'm like, oh, whatever. And also I've learned sometimes I stutter because my brain goes faster than my mouth goes. So I trip over my words a lot. Paula Meha says, this feels like something ain't right. That's what it feels like to me. That's what it feels like to me. Danielle says, Black people only get in trouble for issues, in my opinion. That's true. Ari says, and come Sunday, you know that pastor probably talk about Noah didn't need no permits to build this. Oh my gosh. It's probably online. The city coming to us talking about permits. They probably are talking about we don't need no permits. We gonna build this boat. We gonna build the boat without the permits. The city's not gonna take this church. Oh my gosh, Deacon Fatal says, not this one, Dexter King Ave Church. Oh, a different one. Okay. Hello Sunky says, exactly. That's exactly why religion is such a good grift. It targets people when they are most vulnerable. Yes, Deacon Fatal is supporting that comment and saying same. LOL. Yes, I agree with that. And I think it is a little easier to manipulate people that are seeking out religion for help. People that are seeking out anybody for help, it's usually easy to scam people. So we got to be careful with the things that we consume and the people that we trust. Okay, so we have the Board 8 lawsuit, which I did want to get into, but it probably will be a quicker segment. Definitely not as interesting as the church stuff. Well, I don't know if it's not as interesting. You guys can be the judge of that. But it does name Serena Williams. And I did want to touch on it because I'm thinking that it's going to be a case that we touch on as it develops a little more. So, and it's another NFT case. It's another NFT case. And so I'm pretty sure we did cover this case, but I didn't notice that it mentioned Serena Williams. So we'll just touch on the parts. We'll do a brief overview and then we'll touch on the parts with the celebrities and their participation in promoting the NFTs. Deacon Fatal says, I think about that and just joke lands. Hello Sunky says, laughing my A off, Ari. I don't know how I missed that in the chat, but you just made me laugh out loud. I'm dying. Tiny D also says, that's too funny. Yeah, I can only imagine this being a part of the sermon for the next couple weeks. Matter of fact, and we're going to be asking for tithes to help us pay the to have the church built. So let's get off. They probably on an online church right now and they're gonna say they need the money, help the church out so that they can build the physical location. But I feel like a lot of people are not going into physical locations for anything if they can avoid it. Like they literally got pickup for your groceries at this point. Some people may still want to go to church in person, but for a church that has been under construction for 18 years, it's probably not even up to the style of right now. I don't know. It probably costs way more to build. It's going to take a lot for them to get that church done. And that's why the city is trying to take it back from them. The city is trying to take the church back. That's crazy. Dicky Peddle says, well, the church stuff was hilarious. Yeah, it is. Yeah. I wasn't going to cover it today, so I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. Danielle says, can I ask a question about the Saturday stream? Can you tell me what it is? Sorry. Yes. So Saturday, we'll do a stream where we can cover a couple of different topics that members of the channel. So you're a member, Danielle. You'll be able to join the live stream here live with me. And then we can just talk about really whatever the heck you guys want to talk about, but I'll probably pick some cases that we can touch on. We might discuss Murdaugh a little bit just because it was such a big part of February. We might touch on Brittany Dawn and this scam that she is on about to go to trial for. We could probably touch on Courtney Clenny and the murder trial that has coming up. So we'll touch on a couple of different cases, but it just gives the opportunity for members to join the stream and chat live with me. We did one in February, I think like February 3rd or February 4th. So if you want to see what it looks like, you could definitely check back on that stream to see how it went. It was a really good time. So I'm hoping that a lot of people, we have I think we lost a couple of members because some of them were gifted, and I don't think they charge you for gifteds after the first month. But we have about 60 or so members still, so hopefully a lot more people join. I think last time we only had like 25 members, so we doubled in the month. So hopefully more people will join and come and chat with me. But in short, I don't know what the topics are going to be. It's just going to kind of be a free-for-all hangout stream on Saturday. Tanya D says, we have to follow up on the church case next month. Yeah, we'll have to, I'll keep an eye on it. I'm going to find the filings, or try to remember to find the filings. If any of you find the filings and want to send it to me, that would be helpful. But I will try to find the filings, and that way we can keep up with the case. But cases go by so slow, but they're trying to have this done by April 3rd. So there's probably going to be some updates over the next couple of weeks, because this is what we're looking at is like a temporary injunction for them to basically stop building, sell the land, and all of the things. Deacon Fatal says, passing the plate. They're going to be passing the plate to pay off the church. Deacon Fatal says, COVID is still a thing. And I feel like a lot of people are not going into places in person. And this church was going to have 4,400 seats. That's a lot of people to be congregated, breathing and singing and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, no. Slinky says, listen, I went to Christian and Catholic school from preschool to university and ended up converting to a different religion. Anyways, I will always be here for religion and church jokes. They're healing. Yeah, that is true. It's funny to throw shade at stuff that you are like, that's close to you. Just like I said, Black people don't get permits anyway. Tiny D says, those chicken bones in place like coming to America. I mean, that maybe that's what they've been getting, and that's why the building didn't get built. You get paid to laughing. Hello, Swaggy says, oh shoot, what time is the stream on Saturday? I have support group this Saturday. We will be streaming at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you're in Pacific Standard Time. So that's 3 p.m. for Eastern Standard Time, for those of you that are on that time zone. Deacon Fatal says, I hope to join. I hope everyone joins. We have a good time here. Deacon Fatal says, no, they don't. Let's see. Danielle says, okay, thank you. Sounds fun. I got on the live stream last time. I was gifted a membership. Thanks. Ended on Saturday, but I re-upped it for the stream because I only caught the end of last month. Oh, well, awesome. Well, thank you for re-upping and joining the member again. So I hope you join the live stream on Saturday. I think it's going to be a good time. I don't know what we're going to cover, but I think it's going to be a good time. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're talking about the case. It's an NFT trademark case that has named Steph Curry, Serena Williams, I cannot talk right now. Serena Williams, Jimmy Fallon, some other people. They're only briefly named, but let's go ahead and dive into some more trademark stuff. Let's see. Plaintiff Yuga Labs is the creator behind one of the world's most well-known and successful non-fungible tokens, known as the Bored Ape Yacht Club. The Bored Ape NFT have earned significant attention from the media for their popularity and value, including being featured on the cover of a recent edition of the Rolling Stone magazine and being dubbed the epitome of coolness for many by Forbes. Okay, let's see. I forgot to read what the case is. This is a complaint for false designation of origin, false advertising, cyber squatting, trademark infringement, unfair competition, unjust enrichment, conversion, and tortious interference. Probably what Kanye West sued for that burger case. But his case got dropped, and they are suing for it for their NFTs that they're actually the owners of, saying that someone else basically copied them. Let's see. Bored Ape NFT often resells for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, which I will never understand why NFTs are that expensive. And prominent celebrities are proud holders of the Bored Ape NFT. Aside from certain benefits that come with being a member of the exclusive community of Bored Ape NFT holders, much of the NFT collection value arises from their rarity, and only 10,000 Bored Ape NFTs exist, and each are entirely unique. And so, of course, they would not want someone then making new ones and then selling it to other people, because that's going to bring down the value. Same thing with MetaBirkin, same thing with real Birkins. They only sell so many. In response to the Bored Yacht Club popularity, defendant's writer Rips, a self-proclaimed conceptual artist, recently began trolling Yuga Labs and scamming consumers into purchasing RR Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs by misusing Yuga Labs' trademark. He seeks to devalue the Bored Ape NFT by flooding the NFT market with their own copycat NFT. Oh, I lost my train of thought. NFT collection using the original Bored Ape Yacht Club images and calling the NFT RRBAYC NFTs. Brazenly, he promotes and sells the RR. I'm gonna shorten that one to RR because I don't want to say all those letters. The RR NFT using the very same trademark that Yuga Lab uses to promote and sell authentic Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs. He also markets these copycat NFTs falsely equivalent to the authentic Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT. He then goes on to use Yuga Lab marks to promote his coming Ape Market NFT marketplace, which requires a person to purchase one of his infringing NFTs to join the Ape Market. This is no mere monkey business. Why do attorneys try to be funny in their complaints? Okay, this is no mere monkey business. It is deliberate effort to harm Yuga Labs at the expense of consumers by sowing confusion about whether these RR NFTs are in some way sponsored, affiliated, or connected with the Yuga Labs official Bored Ape Yacht Club in violation with the Lanham Act and other related state law. Rip's misuse of Yuga's Lab trademark and false advertising of the RR is not accidental. These actions are calculated, intentional, willful, and with stated purpose of causing actual monetary harm to Yuga Labs and to the holder of authentic Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs, all of which causes real harm to the Yuga Labs goodwill. Meanwhile, Rips reaps millions of ill-gotten profit in these sales while celebrating the harm he causes. Okay, that was a lot. So this is very similar to the MetaBirkin NFTs selling. Even though with the MetaBirkin, he actually was the first one to make the MetaBirkin NFT. In this case, Bored Ape was, I believe, one of the first NFTs that really gained popularity, which I think they just said, but it was one of the first NFTs I ever heard about. And they actually are in the market of NFTs, but this other person came and literally copied them while also making more NFTs as spin-offs of what was already created. This is a classic case of trademark infringement, false designation of origin, all the things that they are filing the complaint under. This is a classic case of that. So they are definitely in the right realm when bringing this motion. Let's see. Yuga Labs brings this action against Rips and others involved in perpetrating his scam and dispel the confusion he has caused in the marketplace to protect the goodwill and authentic Bored Ape NFTs and the Bored Ape Yacht Club to protect members of the NFT community from being deceived into thinking they are purchasing a highly coveted Bored Ape NFT and to protect the general public from deceptive commercialization, use of RR that would lead to consumers to believe that the NFTs, where did it go? Lead the consumers to believe that NFTs are official Bored Ape NFTs. All right, and then they go on to talk about I cannot get, like, attorneys really try to be funny, but they go on to talk about other violations of what we already talked about earlier. And the last paragraph that they put into the opening is, in short, Yuga Lab wants rips off of the marks for goods. And Rips is the last name of the person that they are suing. So they're saying that they're ripping them off. They also said this is no monkey business. These attorneys think that they're jokesters. I just wanted to point that out. They think that they're really jokesters. Okay, we're gonna skip over this stuff. All right. They go into their business, so we'll probably touch on that a little bit, but let me go through some of the chat so that I catch up. What the heck did I knock down? My little fake plant. Okay. Let's see what the chat has to say so far. I think you guys are having some chats. Everyone say I don't understand NFTs. Yeah, I know. Me neither. Me neither. Okay, let's see where we're at. Hello, Sunky says, "Oh, cool. Support the group is at 3. I only get to kiki with fellow queers once a month, so don't like to miss it. I'll be there." Okay, yeah, we might go long, but it'll be a good time. So hopefully you can stop by. Deacon Pedro says, "Okay, I don't know who anyone can own how anyone can own an NFT." Yeah, I don't know what the heck they are. I've covered it on this channel multiple times, but I still can't put my finger, like my head will not wrap around what a effing NFT is. Okay. Ashley says, "I still don't understand NFTs." I think we are all in the same boat. I'm just talking about it because it keeps coming up with trademarks. Hello, Swanky says, "Why NFTs are that expensive? Most rich people are dumb. They'll buy it." And so, one thing about rich people that I've learned from watching a lot of documentaries is they're going to spend their money. And it's going to be on stuff that we don't quite understand, because I watched this full documentary about these people buying wine, and I don't know, there's maybe some wine connoisseurs in the chat, but buying a bottle of wine for $1 million, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I just cannot fathom paying that for a wine. Wine is not all that tasty on most occasions, and spending $1 million on a wine, and they don't even drink the wine. They just sit it on a shelf. Like, it's ridiculous to me. But they find a way to buy stuff and show that they're rich. And sometimes they do drink the wine, 100, 1,000 bottle to impress their best client. And it tastes nasty. It tastes nasty. Yeah, so rich people spend their money on different things that normal people spend their money on. But NFTs is one thing I just cannot get behind. Like, just copy and paste it. I don't even know where the heck do you even plug the NFT up to? It's on a blockchain, whatever the heck that is. Deacon Fatal says, "To be honest, NFT goes remind me of MLMs. It feels like it, right? It feels very MLM-y." Tanya says, "Me either." Hella Swanky says, "The more exclusive, the more they want it. The more expensive, the more they want it." I agree. So I don't know what the heck half this stuff is. Danielle says, "I don't even understand what NFTs are." I think everybody's in that boat at this point. Danielle says, "Okay, we are in the chat. Don't understand NFTs. I feel better. I don't understand NFTs. I'm only covering it for trademark purposes." Hello, Swanky says, "Y'all are going to be so mad when you find out what NFTs are. They're just like digital, from what I understand, they're like little digital, what they call them, tokens." I looked up the definition before, because I'm pretty sure I covered this case before, and that's when I found out about NFTs. Not found out about them when I first started covering them. But they're like little digital tokens that are on this blockchain, which in my head, I visualize it as like a cloud. It's literally just an electronic, it's a picture. It's pixels. That's what I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's pixels. It's like a regular picture. Deacon Fado says, "Telesunky, okay, as a joke, I will just poo, and that could be an NFT. You know what? I can't, because that could happen." Yeah, they will make an NFT of pretty much anything. I feel like they're falling off a little bit now, though. Ari says, "I've watched so many videos explaining what NFTs are, and I still don't understand." This is me. That is me. Oh, why they sell for what they do. There's an NFT art gallery near my apartment too. Like, just get the real piece of art at this point. Hello, Swanky says, "I thought I didn't understand NFTs either, but then it was explained to me and I understand all along. NFTs are just that dumb." You want to try to put value to it. Ashley's mama says, "I just sound like it just sounds like a scam to me." I agree. It sounds like a scam. Tiny D, so are NFTs just pictures? Oh, we're gonna look at them. For sure. Deacon Fatal said it is a scam. That's what I feel like. That is what I feel like. Essentially, yes. Danielle says, OMG, corny. Yes, corny. Goodness gracious. Yes. Ella Swingy says, it's artwork. It's digital artwork. So it's a picture. Ari says, if Donald Trump thinks NFTs are a good thing, you know it's a scam. Oh my gosh, this is how I say not understanding NFTs either, even when they're explained to me. Agreed. Okay. Asher Mama says wine for that much. That's crazy. Why? I don't know. I watched a whole documentary on it, and it was basically about this guy that was like a young Asian dude that just started going to these wine events. And he started pretending like he was like a wine connoisseur. And then he started selling fake wine bottles, like counterfeit wine, to these rich people. And he made like millions of dollars doing it. And no one ever knew he was faking for like years to come. And then I think he went to jail. But yeah, it's like it's the thing is, they will spend their money on it and they won't even know it's counterfeit. Like, he was literally taking the labels off the bottle and putting a new label on the bottle. Like, if you are so invested in investing millions of dollars into a freaking wine bottle, how can you not tell that it's not authentic? Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Ari says Aldi has the best wine, hands down. I missed having Aldi when I lived in Washington. I never heard of Aldi. I drink cheap wine. I don't know if that's also on the cheap level, but I probably would spend like $20 at most on wine. I haven't reached that level of success. So, but I never heard of Aldi. Hello Soki says, I recognize my class privilege growing up, and biggest thing it did was give me access to the top 1%. The way they live and how they operate, I know more than I wish I did. I feel like that happens in a lot of industries. When I was, this has nothing to do with hanging out with the 1%, but when I was in college, I used to do a summer job where I worked at the Jelly Belly factory, and I knew way too much about jelly beans that I did not want to know. And people love coming there and asking you questions about these stupid little jelly beans that I don't eat. I don't like them. And they're always like, well, what's your favorite jelly bean? I'm like, I don't like them. They're like, well, how do you work at the Jelly Belly factory? Because I need a job and I need money. Like, what do you want me to do? And it's a candy store, so they have other candy. So I just started lying about my favorite. But then I started eating the chocolate covered jelly beans. This has nothing to do with what we're streaming about, but I thought that was an interesting story. Deacon Fatal, thank you so much for the super chat, $20. Thank you for supporting the channel. Deacon Fatal says, this month will be the last month being here active because school. I will try to check back in as much as possible. I don't agree with Burns wine. Yes, it is a Simpson joke. Yeah, well, that's gonna you provide a lot of commentary, a lot of good jokes in the chat. So we hope that you are going to be able to pop in every once in a while, maybe even just once a week. We would like to have your comments here on the live stream, but thank you so much for supporting the channel, all that you do, and we appreciate you, and good luck in school. Tiny D says, they do have good wine, Ari. Oh, now I have to figure out what the Aldi is. Asher's mama says, that's my husband's favorite too. Okay, now I have to find it. Deacon Fatal said, I dated a dude that wanted to get into buying like expensive wine. It's crazy. Tanya D says, oh, we'll miss you, Deacon. Look forward to your special appearances. Yes, and we hope you do amazing in school. Ari says to Deacon Fatal, oh no, I have a whole bunch of assumptions about this dude, and I don't know if I want them confirmed. Are you talking about the person with the wine? Deacon Fatal says, school is going to be a bit. I hope it's not bad for you. I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well for you. What are you studying, Deacon Fatal? Danielle says, appreciate you, Deacon. What are you in school for? I'm sure we're going to get a comment. We can't wait to hear. Tanya D says, well, at least the chat is in agreement with not understanding NFTs. Hashtag Beehive, the non-NFTers. That's what we're going to be called. Ari says, Aldi is the cheapest wine. I don't think I've ever paid over $10. Okay, that sounds right up my lane. That sounds right up my lane. $10 wine. Okay, I'm gonna have to find it. Helen Swanky says, best get rich quick scheme is scamming rich people, but you didn't hear that from me. Well, that guy did it, and he did it for several years. Heck, NFT. NFTs, that's something they're telling us regular people to invest in. Deacon Fatal says to Ari, criminal justice, and my master's might be in forensic psych. Oh, that does sound, the forensic psych part sounds hard. Well, good luck. Danielle says, people are wild about jelly beans. People love, oh my gosh, people love jelly beans. Like, oh my gosh. And they just, I won't get too much into the family dynamic of it, but yeah, they used to have like their great grandkids come and work at Jelly Belly with us, and most of them were sweet kids, but they didn't have to work a day in their life. Freaking jelly beans, and they're so overpriced. Ugh, I don't like jelly beans. Okay, they're nasty. Like when they used to give me jelly beans, like when I was a little kid, I would only eat the green ones. And then when I worked there, I would literally only eat the green ones. And then I didn't like those anymore. But then they made the chocolate covered cherry ones, and I really like those ones. But people do love jelly beans. Don't know why, they're everywhere. Mr. Howard says Emily D. Baker would be so sad to hear about the jelly bellies. Really? Does she like jelly beans? Dicky Fiddle says I might get tired though. Yeah, well, we'll be here if you get tired and you just need a break. Tiny D says, I thought about going back to be a profiler or forensic psychologist, then thought better the better of it. Yeah, going back to school is not that fun. Hello Swanky says, that's like me being a bartender in New Orleans who doesn't drink. Yeah. Yes, but no, I was a tour guide, okay? I just had to walk around. There's like this little path. And guess what? They got rid of the tour guides because maybe they figured out that no one really likes jelly beans, but the people that come and spend hundreds of dollars on freaking jelly beans, people would spend so much money on those darn jelly beans. But no, we don't have to eat them. We don't have to eat them. We just give it to the people to eat. But I was a tour guide. So I don't know. I lied and told them my favorite one. Danielle says forensic psychology is intense. It sounds like it's going to be intense. Tanya D says she would, Nissa. To be sad about the jelly beans. Oh, well, I feel like I did hear something about her liking jelly beans. Deacon Fatal says, I don't know how jelly beans work. Jelly beans, it's just candy. I could tell you how to make well, no, I probably don't remember everything. It's like sugar, water, I think like cornstarch. And I forget that there's one more ingredient. I know there's 4 ingredients. And then they mix it all up, and then they put it into the little molds, and then the molds go through the machine and they dry. And then when they're done drying, then they toss it in the sugar. And then they let it dry. And then once that's done, then they put it in the polishing machine where it makes it all shiny. It's annoying. Okay. Deacon Fatal says, wait, you were a tour guide? Yes, for the Jelly Belly factory, not like a super cool safari tour guide or anything like that. I was a tour guide at the Jelly Belly factory. But last time I worked there, they were in the process of getting rid of the tour guides, and they just had like a electronic interactive thing because people were like very impatient and they didn't like waiting for the tour guides. They tried to stay behind and look at the machines all the time. Or they would try to like walk ahead of you. It was a mess. So now the tours are self-guided. That way people can get through them quicker. The tours are like 45 minutes. And people did not want to sit through that. Deacon Fatal says that is actually cool. It was cool. It was cool. It was fun. But I still don't like jelly beans. Tiny D says you will do great to Deacon Fatal in school. Ari says, I used to take school field trips to the Jelly Belly factory. Coincidentally, I can't stand jelly beans anymore. Are you in the area? Are you in Northern California? Hello Swanky says, and I didn't have to drink. I just had to get people drunk. Same thing. That is true. Oh, so you were a bartender. You were out there getting folks drunk. I feel like bartenders are always the ones that want to get you the drunkest, and they're not supposed to do that. They're literally not supposed to do that. We're completely off topic at this point. Hello, Swanky says, I didn't have to drink. I just had to get people drunk. Oh, we already got it. Deacon Fatal says, okay, that makes sense. Deacon Fatal says, gelatin. Yeah, so no, it's not gelatin because you use those products to make the gelatin. I know it's water.
cornstarch, sugar. I'll have to look at maybe it is. No, because gelatin, you use those products to make it. I don't remember, but I used to know way too much about jelly beans. Hello Soki says, yeah, I think gelatin is the worst part. Yeah. Danielle says, it's a good area to study hard if you work directly with people. As long as you're perceptive, you will do great. But I've seen some ish and forensic psych patients, you will do great. Yes. Deacon Fatal says, you helped me band at one point. To Hella Swanky. Ari says, grew up in Illinois. Is there another one in Illinois? For the actual factory? That's part of the history. Oh my gosh. Let me not go back. I'm getting flashback of the videos because they were like on these old TV. Oh my gosh. Don't take me back. Do not take me back. Don't take me back there. Okay. Let's go in. They talk about their little let's see how much money they were charging for these NFTs that we don't know what the heck they are, but we're talking about it anyways because trademark and law. Let's see. In early 2021, Yuga Labs created and developed the smart contract behind the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which consists of unique collectible works of digital art when executed on the Ethereum blockchain. So they're letting us know what the NFTs are, guys. Let's pay attention. Let's take notes. Yuga Labs sold licenses for users to mint these Bored Ape NFTs for approximately 0.01 Ethereum each, which amounts to approximately $169 to $236. Although I think that is still expensive, that sounds like a more reasonable price than $100,000. Based on the price of the Ethereum at the time, only 10,000 unique Bored Ape NFTs were created as part of the collections, but I'm guessing since Ethereum went up in value, that's how the Bored Apes went up in value. So once minted, a Bored Ape NFT confers on the holder certain commercial rights with respect to content featured on the NFT. Here, digital art. We're talking about digital art, guys. A picture is what we're talking about on a blockchain, whatever the heck a blockchain is, as well as eligibility for exclusive benefits and opportunities. For example, Yuga Labs maintains the website Bored Ape Yacht Club that we probably all can go onto, but okay, tell us more. Which is a virtual clubhouse accessible only by individuals. So it's like YouTube. It's a virtual clubhouse accessible only by individuals who hold a Bored Ape NFT. The website allows holder of Bored Ape NFTs to make time-limited pixel by pixel contributions to a communal artwork that allows other occasional opportunities such as a treasure hunt with the prize including a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT. Yuga Labs also hosts a Bored Ape Yacht Club Discord channel, which has both public-facing forums and private forums exclusively for holders of Bored Ape NFTs. And Yuga Labs has hosted the acclaimed Ape Fest featuring music, merchandise, art, and more. So basically, it's like Patreon. You have a membership, you get to go to private live streams with your favorite creator. That's what it sounds like. And then you get to add pixels. Like, how does it turn into beautiful art if everyone's adding their own pixels? Like I said earlier, an NFT is a pixel. It's pixels. It's a picture. But if you have a Bored Ape NFT, you can help build new NFTs, apparently. New pixels. Interesting. Learning a lot about NFTs now. On occasion, more tangible benefits accrue to Bored Ape NFT holders. For example, in August 2021, the address associated with each Bored Ape NFT holder has provided the ability to mutate their Bored Ape, resulting in an entirely new valuable NFT. Yuga Labs is also developing a first of its kind NFT metaverse, Other Side, that's what it's called, the Other Side, which will be tied directly into Bored Ape Yacht Club's NFT. It sounds like you're paying for a membership and you're going to go on Patreon and build. We should start a Patreon and build our own digital art, and then we would be NFT holders. Since its launch, Yuga Labs Bored Ape Club has generated massive public interest. It goes on to talk about how everybody recognizes them, like Rolling Stone. I don't want to read all of it. CNET. saying that it's the biggest project of its kind. Wired Publish says, how did Bored Ape Yacht Club get so popular? Because it's something new, probably. New York Times called Bored Apes Club widely hyped series of digital, widely hyped, yes, that would probably be correct. Widely hyped series of digital collectibles and a phenomenon. I don't know if they understand widely hyped to be something, good, but I understand that to be like it's overhyped. Okay, let's read this paragraph with all the numbers. Bored Ape Yacht Club popularity is reflected in the value of Bored Ape NFTs. During a 2021 auction at Sotheby's, 101 Bored Ape NFTs were resold for $224 million. How four NFT novices created a $1 billion ecosystem of cartoon apes. A Christie's auction sold an art collection including 4 Bored Ape NFTs for $12 million. That's a lot of money. Individual Bored Ape NFT likewise sell for high prices, including one that went for $3.4 million. As a result of its success, Yuga Labs was valued at $4 billion in March of 2022. And received $450 million in seed funding, which it plans to use to develop the other side, another metaverse. Let's see. The creator of Bored Ape raised $450 million to build the NFT metaverse. I can see how it could be profitable. I don't know if I would spend the money on it, but I guess they're making money on it. $100 seems more reasonable than $12 million. Okay. Adding to the Bored Ape Yacht Club brand popularity, major celebrities have publicly announced holding Bored Ape NFTs, including TV host Jimmy Fallon, famous musicians such as Justin Bieber, Madonna, Snoop Dogg, and Eminem, and famous athletes including Stephen Curry. Is his name Stephen or Steven? I don't know. Serena Williams and Shaquille O'Neal. So you have some pretty famous people holding the NFT. But I'm going to have to look deeper in the case because they're saying they're also named as part of the infringement. So I'm going to have to take a peek at if they are now listed as defendants in the case, which I think they are. I got a yawn. Okay, so these are the NFTs that they're talking about. Interesting little pieces of art. They're pieces of art. Major brands like Adidas, Universal Music Group, and Arizona Iced Tea have worked with Bored Ape Yacht Clubs to create entertainment experience. In the case of Adidas, virtual and physical clothing. So there's a virtual Adidas outfit, which, Adidas is good for suing you. So a collaboration with Adidas is good. At least they're not suing you. And this is what they're selling that they're saying is worth $12 million. Okay, and then it goes into the defendant's infringement. So I'm going to skip past that. Or no, it goes into their trademarks, and then it goes into the defendant's infringement. So let me get there. And this is what the defendants are creating. So they're different. No, they even have the same name, 0158. So which one is the Bored Ape one? Let me see. They look the same. The NFT on the left, okay. The one on the left is the official Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is identical to the copyright Bored Ape. And so this is what I was talking about earlier. It's literally, it's the same thing. So remember what I said? You can literally screenshot it. Like I can literally screenshot this and keep it. NFTs are a scam. They probably literally screenshotted it and then sold it because it's literally the same thing. I don't know why I'm saying literally so much, but it's the same thing. Like they just copied and pasted. They just copied and pasted it, and people are selling it for $12 million. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm going to jump into the chat and see what y'all have to say so far. I've been reading for a minute, so let me see what you guys got going on in the chat, which it's, I'm pretty behind, so let me catch back up. Okay, let's see. Deacon Fatal says, my thesis is going to be dealing with police officers. I think that would be a good thesis. A lot of information, a lot of psychological evaluations you can do there. Nissa Howard says, I went to the Hershey's factory in high school. I would love to go to the Hershey's factory. I would also like to go to Ghirardelli factory. I like chocolate. I like chocolate, so I would do that. But Jelly Belly, let me not talk ill about my previous employer. Hella Swaggy says, yep, bartender in college in NOLA. Oh, you went to school in New Orleans. I created a drink that tasted like juice, but very strong AF. One had people on their A. Wasn't allowed to serve them because it meant people bought less. That makes sense. I would love to try the drink. Can you send me the recipe? Send me the recipe. But I also went to school in Louisiana, but I went in Grambling. Deacon Fatal says, I'm trying my best to do good in the school. Ari says, yes, I just Googled it. Apparently, it's the oldest Jelly Belly factory. They started off making candy corn. Yep. Oh my gosh, like that old video is playing in my head. Oh my gosh. And now they do jelly beans, candy corn, and malt balls. And yeah. And what were the first 8 flavors? We got licorice, we got green apple, we got cherry. What else? Orange, lemon, or was it 6 original flavors? Orange, lemon. What was the other ones? That's 5 out of 6 or 8. So I think I did pretty good. That whole video is playing in my head at this point. And grape, I think. Did I say grape already? I don't remember. Licorice is nasty. Okay. Candy corn. Now they do malt balls. Yeah. Okay. I finished that one. All right. Asher's mama says, why would they want digital art for $1 million? I don't know. The people that got it initially are smart. They got it for $100. Even though I still probably don't think it's worth that much because it's just digital. You have to like, hey guys, look at this picture on my phone. This is my new NFT. It's like, what kind of flex is that? Okay. Come with me to build a new pixelated NFT. Yeah, we're gonna sell it. Tiny D says cornstarch is the 4th ingredient. There's a Food Network video on YouTube, and yes, I'll be watching it later. But I only had 3. I had water, sugar, cornstarch. There's one more. I said cornstarch earlier. I can't remember what the 4th one is, or is it only 3? I feel like it's 4 though. I don't know. Ari says, this sounds like Club Penguin for people who need to be taxed more. That's it does sound like Club Penguin. That part says hella swanky. Deacon Fatal says, well, not you specifically, but when writing way back then. Tanya D says, yeah, okay, NFTs are officially stupid. They're pictures. Danielle says, Deacon definitely needed super interesting. I was interested in Dr. Kinsey's study he mentioned during Murdaugh trial. I have a professor who was a Boston PD back in the day, and he had amazing insight. We might want to cover the Murdaugh trial for your paper. Deacon Fatal says, so it's an MLM. So it's an MLM, basically. Alice Monkey says, same level as Scammery operates a little differently. And it's rich people. So do we really feel bad that rich people are getting scammed? Do we? I don't know. I'll wait for the chat to come and answer. But I don't know if we feel like MLMs are bad because they scam vulnerable people. But scamming millionaires, I think, is a little bit different. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think. Danielle says, whoever said if 45 endorses it, they don't, I'm with them. Trump. Ari says, Tanissa, I went to Hershey's Park, the Hershey factory one time and had so much fun. I would love to go there. Hella Swanky says to Deacon Fatal, dude, you think we ever played the same venues? LOL, that would be wild. You guys having a whole combo. Ash's mama says, I see this ending and people losing all of their money. Similar, what's that other case that we're covering? The Ethereum Max one. Similar to that case. You lost your money. But no, this case is different because it's trademark infringement. They're basically trying to protect their trademark so that they can continue to make money off of it. Deacon Fatal says, that one. Ari says, I lost my chats. Where'd it go? Ari says, "Oh, I kept Googling and turns out they stopped making Jelly Belly in Illinois in 2014. I'll miss the memories, not the popcorn flavored jelly beans. I hate popcorn flavored jelly beans and they stink. They smell like the throw up, the vomit one. And when they make those nasty Bean Boozled, the whole Jelly Belly factory stinks and people have never mind. I won't disclose all of that information. But the Bean Boozled are the worst days for you to be in the Jelly Belly factory while they're manufacturing. I'll just leave it at that. Nissa Howard says, Ari, when I went, it was closed as far as the factory, the Jelly Belly factory. Hella Swanky says to Ari, oh God, those are awful. I also did the Jelly Belly tour in school, but the one Bree worked at is here in NorCal. Yeah, yep. I did work there. I hate jelly. It's just making me think I don't like them. And people love the popcorn and people love licorice. And those are like the nastiest flavors ever, but they're like the most popular ones. Tanya D says, okay, so are we using Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency to buy it? The NFTs, you use Ethereum to buy it. I don't know if they would, because it's on Ethereum's blockchain, so I would think they only take it Ethereum, but heck if I know. Ashley Himble says, I'm late, but here I'll have to catch the rest of on the replay. Well, welcome in. Welcome to the live stream. We kind of went all over the place this stream, so hopefully you can follow. Hella Swanky says, Sadiq and Fatal, touring is life. Y'all having a whole combo. Tanya D says, glad to make it to Ashley. Hello Swanky saying usually yeah. Danielle saying is all this the NFT, the money, etc. just online? Is there ever anything tangible? It doesn't sound like it. I'll let the chat take the vote. Do you guys think anything is tangible? It does not sound like anything is tangible. It just sounds like people have money to waste that I don't. This is how it says NFTs are like art. And the art world goes up and down due to popularity. But art in the art world, you have like a physical thing that people cannot just copy and paste. I mean, I guess you could take a picture of it, but it wouldn't be like the same texture. I don't know. This you can literally I can own this NFT right now. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna own this NFT right now. Let me see if you'll be able to see my screen. Did it go dark for y'all? I don't think so. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Can y'all see what I'm doing? It's paused for me. Now I own the NFT. I don't know if y'all could see that, but literally you just screenshot. Let me stop before they come after me next. Say you stole my NFT. Deacon Beto says, thank you. I still hate NFTs right at this point. Hello Swanky says, dude, I was just about to ask if you ever went to Gear Deli Factory. I have not been to the Gear Deli Factory. I went in the area, but I did not go on the tour. I bought ice cream from there that was very overpriced, but I have not gone through the factory. Hella Swanky says, oof, the way she just said New Orleans knife and jack. That's what everybody says it differently, and that's the way that you kind of get under some skin. Hella Swanky says, I'll send you the recipe, no problem. It requires a lot of liquor and liqueurs, though. Yeah, I could do it. Deacon Fatal says, just let me know when you are playing next and I will boost it out. Hella Swanky says, I went to school with one of the Gear Deli grandkids. I think Nick was his name. I think the Jelly Bellies have a Nick too. It's just a common name. Tiny D says, Bree has Jelly Belly PSD. I do. Like, if you guys saw these old TVs that they were still playing videos on when I first started there, and this was like in freaking 2000. When was this? This had to between 2013 2016, and they were still using like those old fat TVs. It was horrible, and the video quality was trash. Like, it was horrible. Danielle says, Tanya probably be stuck in her head for days now. I'm just thinking of it. Liqueurs. I said that. Did I not say that right? I thought I said that. Hello Smokey says, do we feel bad that rich people are getting scammed? Do we? I don't know. They get to choose how they use their money, and they're not giving it to me, so I don't know if I feel bad that they're getting scammed. Ari says, okay, I went to Jelly Belly source, and it says sugar, corn syrup, modified cornstarch, and confectioner glaze. Okay, okay, so the polishing part is the one that I'm skipping over. Okay, because I knew that. I'm thinking like to make the actual bean, like the actual chewy part, it was 4 things, but it's 4 things all together. So that makes sense. Thank you for the research. Knowing too much about jelly beans. Paula Mija says, I mean, I don't feel bad, but then again, it is Curry and Serena Williams so a little bad. I don't know if they've been fully named as defendants. I thought the complaint will have more information about them, but we're not going through this whole complaint, honestly. They're saying that they're actually holders of their NFTs, but I don't know if they've actually been named as defendants. So I'll have to double check into that. Paula Meja says, I took my kiddos to Jelly Bean Factory and we loved it. It's a great experience. I just don't like jelly beans and I didn't like working. But it's a great experience if you have kiddos or if you just like to learn how things work. I think it's a cool place to go. Especially if you do like the on the floor tour. Those are really cool. Those are really nice. But it's a nice place. I just don't like jelly beans. Ella Spanky says Curry is currently trying to F over Bay Area residents by stopping affordable housing in his area. So F him too. Oh, I have not heard about that. Asher's mama says, if that's how they want to spend their money, more power to them. Right. Deacon Fatal says it's not. Hella Swanky said, I guess, yeah, talking about everything. Sky Ricky says yes. I forgot what I asked. Honestly, I forgot. Paula Mija says, by the way, y'all can call me Pal or P, LOL. I know it's hard to pronounce Paula. Okay, I'll try to remember, but I have a problem where I have to like read the full thing. It's a really bad habit. Well, I guess it's not a bad habit, but I have to read the full thing. And I know I'm like a slower reader than a lot of people because of that reason. Tiny D says, can I download my NFT and print it, then get it framed and hang it in my house? Yes, but it would just be a picture at that point. I don't think it will be an NFT because it will be an NFT on your phone or on the internet, but as the picture, I don't know if it will count as an NFT. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to print it, but don't ask me. I just learned what an NFT was, and I forget every other month. So let's see. Hello Sanky says, no, you said look where it's perfect. Look, now I'm saying it wrong. Look where it's perfectly, which I didn't expect. So I sent the pronunciation before you said it. Time you nailed it. Oh, girl, thanks. Tanya D says, did you get fatal? That info might be useful at a trivia night one day. Tanya D says, Curry, Stephen Curry, Stephen Curry, whatever you want to call him. I don't know which one it is. Only international includes Jamaican, Mexico, and India. Deacon Fiddle says, oh, that's right. Deacon Fiddle says it's not a bad habit at all to read every. I don't know. I just have to, and then I tend to butcher it anyways. Okay, let's look at some more of these infringements, and then we'll probably be done with this case because it did not cover Serena. This is what happens when you live react and you don't read the whole thing. My problems, my fault. Let's see here. All right, so we have this is basically like the skeleton of the monkey that they're trying to use. They're just copying these people. And then these one, they're identical to the counterparts. They're basically probably just screenshotting like what I just did and then selling them as their own. It's not that hard to digitally copy something. It's just not on the it's just not going to be on the blockchain. Yeah, so they're saying everything is identical. They further stealing Bored Ape Yacht Club trademark. They're just stealing from you. Like you guys are pointing out everything, but we understand they're stealing. I don't think this is going to go very much in favor of the copier. They also doing an ape fest. Here you go, Tanya. They printed it out and put it on the wall. So it looks like you can print it out. There you go. It looks nice. It looks nice. I don't know. What do you guys think? But yeah, you apparently you can print it out. See, they're just basically copying all of their trademarks. So I think they posted this one. I think that's about it on the infringing because they're literally just showing us pictures of theirs. And like I said, they're probably literally screen grabbing and then posting it as their own NFT. And it's just not on the blockchain. They put it on their own blockchain or something. But I understand why Bored Ape Yacht Club wants to keep it or Yugo Labs wants to keep it because they just got $450 million. They're like rich. And I believe that they're like younger kids. So I can see why they're trying to hold on to it. I can see why they would sue over it. But NFTs, I feel like they're going to go out of style soon. But again, I don't know that much about NFTs to really know. I'm going to look into this case a little bit more to see how, because I did see an article on Serena, and that's what made me even pick this case, saying that she was in trouble somehow with this lawsuit. So I do need to see where that comes into play so that we can cover that part of it. All right. Hello Smoky says, God, I wish I wasn't raised right. I would be so rich right now. These peoples are shaking my head goofy. Tony D says, good to know. Yep. If you get your NFT for $12 million, you can print it. You can do whatever you want. Print it 20 times if you want. I don't know if it will make up for that 12 million. And then you got to pay for the ink to print it out. Oh my gosh. No, I don't think I could do an NFT. All right, y'all. So that is all we have for today. I did not expect for this live stream to be 2 hours. I thought we were going to be done way earlier, but it kept going. So we are going to be doing the Texas case. Good, because I don't have to research and figure out what we're going to cover. So we're going to go ahead and cover Brittany Dawn. I'm going to try to pull up any new information on Dana Chanel. But last time I looked her up, and that was like a month or two ago, they hadn't really had any movement. I think they were just in discovery process. But since Brittany Dawn is about to go to trial, I am going to go ahead and look at what has been filed, what's going on there. If there's any access to discovery, I'm going to go ahead and look it up. And if we don't have the actual case documents, we'll probably just cover articles about it, and then we can just chat about it and check out what's likely to happen in the case. I don't think it is. Oh, did I see that it's going to be streamed? I don't think it's going to be streamed, but I'll definitely look into it. I probably won't stream it unless there's like replays for it, but we will go ahead and check it out. Remember, this Saturday is going to be the members live stream. So if you want to join and come on to the live stream with me, video, headphones, we'll be talking, we'll be chatting, live in action. Make sure you become a member. If you're already a member, I hope that you join the live stream and chat with us on Saturday. And thank you guys so much for watching me today and joining the live stream, supporting the channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And you made it this far into the video. It had to be entertaining somewhat. So go ahead and hit subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And I will see you on Thursday. And I hope everyone has a good night.